Welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. This is alternate 3 using elements from the September 2024 paper pumpkin kit called Autumn Abundance. We're going to use the back of one of the cards that came in the kit. This is what the card looks like, and I did a 4 by 5 1/4 cut on this side because that's the way I wanted the leaves to flow. And I trimmed, this is the 1/4 inch that I trimmed off the top. I'm going to add it to here. This whole video series so far, all the alternates have had the extra strip of paper in them, but it's how you can use scraps really effectively. And I tried a bunch of different card bases on this one, and I ended up going with the wild wheat. Wild wheat, I'm very clear that wild wheat is not one of my favorite colors. I'm not a fan of it at all, but there are some times when it works really, really well. And in this case, and I'm out of tape runners, so I'm gonna have to go back to my my other one. So sorry for the noise. In this case, wild wheat was the best option from the leaves in here. It just seemed to be the best option that highlighted this piece and didn't look too jarringly different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to glue this strip down. You can absolutely do it with your tape runner, whichever tape runner you've got. You absolutely can. However you choose to attach it, you can use your adhesive dots if you want. And I am going to, once again, just use my finger just to smear that glue, stop it all bubbling out, which means I need to wipe my fingers off. There we go. And we're just going to place it down here. The bottom, it's the same width as the card front because I cut it off the top. It's just that 1/4 inch off the top. And the nice thing about the glue is you can just reposition it if you're not 100% straight. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to take my copper clay, and I wanted to use copper clay because this card base, it's got those like the copper foil bits in it. So I wanted to use copper clay for the greeting, and I'm just adding the thinking of you just to the top of the card here. There you go. And a hint, if you mess this up, if it's crooked, whatever, you just take one of your pieces, stamp it, and then add it on. If you mess up, it's not the end of the world. You can absolutely just put a die cut over top of it. I'm just going to clean that off so the ink doesn't stain as bad. It's a little bit stained because I forgot to Versamark first. So we are not done yet. I've got these 3 pieces, and I'm going to use adhesive dots on these. So I'm just going to, with the adhesive dots, I find it much easier to use my piercing tool and just to pop them down and pick the covers off or the backings off. I don't do it during the videos from the kit, the projects from the kit, because I try and only use items that come in the kit with those. So I'm just going to pop this one up here like this. It's just adding a little bit of detail. And then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put some adhesive dots just at the base here. But then I'm going to take my mini dimensionals and I'm going to put one at the top of each leaf here. This one I'm just going to have to put a little bit further down. And will this one show? No, that one won't show. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop this one on. And I took my iridescent foil gems, and I colored them with the dark copper clay Stampin' Blends, just to give them a bit of different color, and I will add them on just to kind of mirror the bling. So this I'm going to just pop down here like this. And because the base of the leaves I've done as a flat mount and the top I've done as a dimensionalized piece, it helps if you take the backing off the dimensional, there we go, then it gives it a little bit of lift away from the card. It just gives it that little bit more. This one I'm going to just flat mount here, and I'm going to put an adhesive dot here, here, and here. So it'll lift that one leaf up over top of the dimensionalized piece and adhere it to that. And the nice thing too about adhesive dots is if they're too big for the space you're using, you just roll them and they roll onto themselves. And then you can just hide them. You don't see them. So this one here, oh, it looks like we didn't get the whole thing. So is there still a sticky left on here? No, there's not. But we're just going to add that on like that. And then we can peel the backing off and just roll that edge so that we don't see it. We're going to do the same with this one here. Oh, that's where it went. It's on my pokey tool. Okay, come on. And now this one won't lift. There we go. Okay, so this one I need to just roll those edges in just that little bit. There we go. And we are going to pop it down just like this. And I haven't adhered the top one because I want it to be a little bit free. So we've got that. We've got our greeting on, and now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our bling to this. Again, this is the iridescent foil gems that I have colored with the dark copper clay piece. This is just, my hands are just not cooperating today, honestly. Okay, so I just wanted to pop these along this little band that I put on here. Just put them equidistant apart. And there we go. I just wanted to bring that little bit of bling down onto this plain band here and just kind of bring the two pieces together. So this is our third alternate using elements from the September 2024 paper pumpkin kit. The only thing I've brought in on this one is the card base and the blingy bits. So thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next alternate.